Hi everybody, Mr. Ulrich here, and I'd like to welcome you to my music laboratory. Actually, it's not a real laboratory. I'm using a green screen that I found a tablecloth from my local grocery store, a green tablecloth. Besides, this is virtual learning anyway, so welcome to my virtual classroom. I had a thought of what would it sound like if I were to hit or tap a glass jar, just like that. And then another thought came to me. What if I were to find other glass jars or glasses and see if they had a different sound? They do. Notice that this one rings a lot more. It's probably because it has very smooth sides and smooth edges, while this one does have a little bit of a rim on it. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little break, and I'd like you to find your parent first of all, and then as a group, why don't you collect some different jars or glasses? Even glass bowls might work. So go ahead, and I'll see you here shortly. Did you find your glasses? Excellent. I want to begin with this jar once again. Notice as I tap it, it has a pretty high sound. I wonder what would happen if I added some water. Hear that? The sound, the pitch is going down. As I add more water, what happens to the pitch? Gets lower. Now, I'm no scientist, but I believe the reason the pitch gets lower is because there's more mass. The more water that you put into the jar, the slower the jar is going to vibrate. Here's a thought. If we were to make these actual notes, for example, let's say that this is a D. We could make it the exact same color as boom whackers. And I believe D, the color for the D boom whacker is orange. Now let's see. I have some food dye here that I got at our local grocery store. You could also use the same dye for dyeing Easter eggs. You could also add a juice powder. But I want to ask, I have red, green, yellow, and blue, and I need to make the color orange. I wonder what two colors I would use to create orange. Thanks, I remembered. Equal drops of red. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stir it together. I'm using a chopstick. And there we have the color orange. If you're interested in checking the pitch of these, you could purchase a tuner, but there are several tuners available out there if you have a laptop or a smartphone. Now give me just a minute and I'm going to set up I have no idea what this instrument's going to be called. Let's think of a name. But I'm going to set these up. Oh, if you don't have dye at home, you could use construction paper and put those in front of your jars so you know which colors. If you don't have construction paper, perhaps crayons or markers on a piece of white paper. And here I have a set of Glassophones. And I have the C put right here in the middle. We could call that middle C. Now notice this one doesn't resonate that much. I've discovered that as bubbles form inside the jar, that prevents the jar from vibrating. So every once in a while you might have to stir it up. That's a little better. And the D, I probably shouldn't have worn a white shirt for this science project. Oh, that's an interesting sound. And the E, and the F, this would be a B, T, do, T, la. So, or G, and then a low Fa or F. Sounds weird, but that is it. See? Now all we have to do is play them. Students, parents, I strongly urge you to look up some websites on YouTube. I would suggest the music channel called Musication. Also, for Caddy Music is another one. And I don't know if a student could play all these at one time, but perhaps if a student played a few colors, and then someone else played a few other colors, and someone else played a few other colors, you could have a lot of fun making music together. Well, I hope you've enjoyed making a Glassophone. See you next time.